Get my calendar out. I'm counting the days until New Orleans. It is now 53 days until the Philadelphia Eagle fans are landing at the Superdome versus the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen for the Super Bowl. Can you feel it? Can you feel the Super Bowl fever spreading across Philadelphia, all the paisans in South Philly, everybody, even those freaks in New Jersey? Yes, Cherry Hill and Passaic, even you too. Can you feel it? The Delaware County area, all of that. Can you feel it? Holy cow, it is Super Bowl fever. Hit that like button, bitches. Thank you guys for coming aboard. We so appreciate it. I can't tell you what you guys have done the last couple of weeks, man. I mean, you guys have blown the show up. Thank you guys again. By the way, we learned something from Xander yesterday that with all the people that are watching the show now, half the audience hasn't subscribed. Dude, it costs you nothing. Do me a favor, please, right now. Just click that subscribe button. That's it. Costs you nothing. Okay? It's just a click button. You know how you hit the like button? Click the subscribe button. That's it. Costs you nothing. And we'd appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I know I would. You guys are just absolutely, hey, it's a blast to come here and talk to you guys every day. It absolutely is. It absolutely is a blast. All super chats go to the top. Every single super goes to the top and goes to the channel. You guys have been wonderful in that aspect as well. Okay? Appreciate it, man. All good. Thank you guys for coming aboard. Hit that like button. Holy cow, do we have it going on. One thing I will say about Eagle fans, you guys talk like you're a dynasty. Yeah, nobody can. I heard Zan, nobody can beat us. Nobody can beat us. You're sounding and acting like you're the Chiefs. That's a dynasty. Okay? That's a dynasty. The Chiefs are a dynasty. They're going for 3 in a row and 4 and 6. Okay? That's a dynasty. So before you can act like the Chiefs, you got to do what the Chiefs do. Run through the finish line, my good freaks. You're not a dynasty. You're nothing right now. You're a really good organization with a really good roster. That's it. Kansas City's a dynasty. Kansas City's not that good. They've been kind of, get this. Here's Eagle and NFL fans talking about Kansas City this year. They're not as good as they've been in the past. They're just not as good offensively. You know, they're not really what you've seen in the past. Yeah, they're 13-1 and they're going for 3 straight and they're going to get home field advantage in the AFC. They pretty much just wrapped it up and they're not that good. How dumb can you get? Can you get any dumber? Well, Kansas City's not that good. I know. They're the worst 13-1 team in the league. Oh, my God. You talk to Eagle fan, you would swear that you were the dynasty and Kansas City wasn't. Okay? I mean, you would swear that it's not true. Hey, to beat a king, you got to beat the king, don't you? Don't you got to knock the king off? Okay? I mean, don't you? Look at some people are going, hey, Kansas City is the Eagles of 2023. That's not the case. They're not losing games. They're 13-1. 13-1, going for a three-peat, and no team in NFL history has ever done that. Yeah, okay. Hey, see your show from Puerto Rico. Let's go, Eagles. Emmanuel, you're going to love this. My step-pop, Manny Vega, Puerto Rican, actually from San Juan himself. How you doing? That's right. Very good, man. Very good. Congratulations to you, brother. Yes, sir. All good. That's the dynasty. Ooh, man, are we loaded today. By the way, Battle Royale is here at 440. I want to accommodate Philly 500 because Mark Holmes, he's going through a down year in Cowboy land. So he's going a little bit, he's not feeling it. So we're going to kind of make amends here a little bit for him and kind of line up the draft in April for him. Holy shit, the Cowboys, man. Have they just absolutely shit the bed this year, too? Supers, go to the top, and here we go. Thank you, Emmanuel. Guys, do me a favor. Please hit that subscribe and like button. We appreciate it. So we'll have Xander at 3:30. By the way, man, the giveaway was absolutely dope the last 2 days. Don't forget, each and every single Monday, we're going to be doing that giveaway during that Kraus segment, that Xander segment. So coming out of a football weekend, especially this Commander weekend, we'll do that again, and we will have that at 4:30. So here we go. So wait a minute. Help me out here. Now I know what happened last week. It put a bow on it. So Big Dom, the Eagles resident Suge Knight, got in his car and went over to Jalen Hurts' house with Brandon Graham. And they had a heart-to-heart with him and said, you need to be a better leader. Now, of course, Bob Lang and the higher-ups at the Eagleville have all the players walking this shit back, including Brandon. But remember something about Jay Glazer, who's been on the program, and I know very well. He works with Jimmy. He's not a liar. That guy doesn't make a living by spreading lies. He doesn't lie. If Jay Glazer said it, something to the extent of that meeting happened. You can put you can put your house on it. So don't let anybody in the media all of a sudden, why? Because Brandon Graham and the Eagles told you fucking it never happened? That's bullshit. That's absolute bull. You'll believe anything. Dude, you believe anything these people tell you. You're sheep. You are sheep. My God. Hey, Sills, next time, get your ass on the show. On time, my friend. Love you, bud. In 22, you predicted the Eagles go to the Super Bowl. 12, 18, 24. Are you doing the same? I'm not saying yet. I'm not saying yet. I am not. By the way, thank you, 34. Thank you, Ace, for the super chat. They all go to the top. Jay Glazer's not fucking lying. Holy cow, are you people? Every year we go through this. Every week we go through this. And you consistently still believe. How many times have players said something that they've had to walk back? My God almighty. And after getting reprimanded by Jalen Hurts last week, he walked this one back too. My God. I know Jay personally. Jay's made a reputation in his entire career is based on information. It's why he's on Fox. But he's lying. Okay. I know now. It makes sense to me. This is how I read it. They went to Jalen Hurts and told him, hey, we're 2-2. We're not playing very well right now when it comes to offensively. And we're going to hand the football off, and we're going to be a one-dimensional football team, and we're going to ride Barkley, and you're going to accept your role. Remember what he said, too, in many of his press conferences. You know what he said? I do what I'm told. I do what I'm told. By the way, I 100% believe it. I know Jay. He's a friend of mine. That guy does not. He texts me. He goes, what? They're saying I'm lying? I'm like, yeah, they're calling you a liar. And he's like, Jesus. I go, man, that's Eagle fans, though. Okay, that's just, you got to go with it a little bit here. You just got to understand that they're going to call you a liar. If Dan Orlovsky says something that remotely is anything negative about Hurts, they're going to attack him. So you got to remember, you're going to be attacked by Eagle fans, and especially when the Eagle organization makes Brandon Graham walk it back, in which they do all their players. So don't worry about it. I got your back. I vouch for you, Jay, and I always will, because I know who you are. By the way, I don't hear Lane Johnson calling him a liar. Him and Lane are very close. And who do you think told him the story? Oh, oops. 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 Did I say that? Oops. You know, he and Lane did a story together about mental health. And he and him are oops. Oops. Oh no. I'm sorry. Woo! So Hurts wasn't being a good leader? Or they asked him to be a better leader? Or accept your role. Hey, you're going to be the mailman. Okay? Hey, you're the mailman. Damn. Be a better leader, Jalen. Bills, it's fake. Okay, yeah, right. Hey, by the way, I heard John McMullen, crumpets and tea at someone's house. He's totally correct. Fuck that. Who cares? You know what they went over there to tell him? You got to run the ball, man. There was nothing about sitting around being, hey, you know, we need you to come over here and talk to this. I don't fucking need anybody to talk to me. I need to have you play better. Just play better. There's none of that stuff. Like, you know, the stupidest comments you hear about like the media people, boy, Nick really is a player's coach and he really fucking connects. That's so dumb. Players want to be coached hard, no matter what it is. Really, you think I need a new Rockney speech when I'm 30 years old? Get over yourselves. These guys are not high school football players. They're businessmen. And businessmen are talked to like other businessmen. Do your job. You know, hey, man, I've got your back. We're boys. Fuck that. Nobody cares, man. Nobody gives a shit about that. These players are businessmen. I mean, who gives a shit? Hey, you know, Nick really has the pulse of the team. Yeah, okay. You know what happened in 2023? All kidding aside, it was bad coaching and bad execution. There's nothing about sitting around fucking having coffee and tea and crumpets and sitting around eating donuts. That's not, nobody cares. Nobody talks like that in the NFL. Hey, you need to have a talk with your player about. Nick was going to go over to the sideline there and tell Jalen Carter, you bonehead, that's a stupid-ass play. You're not going to sit around going, hey, Jalen, can you, not do that and slap the guy? I mean, who talks to people like that in the NFL? That's ridiculous. I don't give a shit what you think of Jay Glazer. Jay Glazer got that job for one reason. It's because he's got massive connections inside of every single organization. And to some extent, he's got better resources than Adam Schefter. So don't be fucking talking about him lying. It's so stupid. Brandon Graham shot it back. Of course he did, because the organization doesn't want him out there front again, like it did starting something else this week that doesn't need to be. I get it. Isn't it funny? Things are said at game day or after the game's played, and all of a sudden the Philadelphia Eagles come in with their have-mat suits on, their Bob Lane gear, and everything's completely different than what they said after the game. Then what are you going to learn Never to listen to anything that comes out of that place and out of that coach's mouth or out of that building, NovaCare, that's truthful from Tuesday to Saturday. Nothing's truthful. Very little is truthful. But that's okay. A lot of organizations act like that. I'm not going to tell you the inner workings of what's going on or what's being said. You're so easy. It's ridiculous. I've been in those rooms. Have you? I know what's told. Do you? All you can do is guess. I've been in them. I know what's said. I mean, by the way, do I think it had anything to do really with Jalen being a better leader? No, I think it had to do with them telling Jalen, this is how we're going to do this now. And we're going to move forward here by running the football. And you're going to have a specific role. And that's what happened until Pittsburgh. Okay? Boom! Boom! Hey, Jalen wasn't being told to be a better leader. He just said this, we're going to run the ball. Didn't Hurts even come out of the bye saying it was one of the most productive bye weeks that we have ever had? So he embraced whatever was said to them and all the conversations, meeting with BG, meeting with Nick. Remember, don't you guys remember what he said? They met with everybody during the bye. Well, Jay Glazer's saying Hurts went and met with everybody. And maybe it was a little prodding from Brandon Graham. I doubt Big Dom. I don't know what his role in all this is. I don't give a shit what Big Dom's role is. He's not my coach. Dude, he's a glorified door guy. He's a bouncer. He's a sideline bouncer for the Eagles. Fucking listening to that over Vic or Kellen or any of these other guys. I'm not saying I wouldn't like him. I'm saying he's a doorman. He's a bodyguard. Fucking have to do with anything when it comes to the inner workings of the locker room and an NFL locker room, the boot, a doorman or a bouncer. Give me a fucking break. That doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. No disrespect to him, man, but fuck that. You know, Big Dom's at the door. What, somebody trying to break into my car? You know, he knows all the... I didn't say I didn't like him. Every single organization has security and people that run it. Okay? They do. Some guys obviously have more latitude than other places. And obviously he does because they named him some sort of like pseudo coach so he could get on the sidelines because the league was going to bar him from being on the sidelines. And if the Eagles feel comfortable and the players like it, dude, by the way, the players have to like that too. I mean, the players have to go for that. And not just the organization making a decision, because you know what a security guy is? He's the mouthpiece to the owner and to the GM. Are you really going to sit around talking to Dom about shit in your personal life so that he can go to the general manager or the head coach? Fuck that. Remember, here are the inner spies in an NFL lot. I'm telling you and giving you the background how the NFL works. The trainer is a spy. The security guy's a spy. The equipment manager is a spy. These guys all will report if they hear anything to the head coach or GM. So you got to always watch what you're saying in front of them guys. Oh, you don't know that, right? It shows they all like them. That's not the point. They don't work for the players. Joy said Jalen's elite when she's coming back on. Come on, Pizwa. Okay? Hey, by the way, Thank you, Twiz. That's how that shit works behind the scenes. Oh, you didn't want to hear that. Of course you don't. Because you don't know. You have no idea. Hey, guy wasn't, it had nothing to do with leadership. Hey, here's your role. We're going to be running the ball here moving forward. And this is what we're going to do. And in the Pittsburgh game, Pittsburgh was one of the top run defenses in the league. They were the real team and not Baltimore Ravens, who were fifth or whatever it was heading into that game. Not that they did a poor job stopping the run, because they were pretty good stopping the run too in that ball game. Okay, I mean, but Pittsburgh was real. And so they had to throw the ball, and Hurts had a really good football game. No one's denying that. Okay? Dude, everyone's like, Dom is really like, he's playing. He works for the fucking owner. He said it's security. You think if he sees something shitty or something being said, he's not going to go to the coach or go to the general manager? He's not going to go to the player. He's going to go to the head coach. That's why he's there. He's not hired by the players. This guy's like Suge Knight. Death Row Records. Yeah, but Dom's a great guy. No one said he's not. Try understanding the dynamics of an NFL locker room before you make comments on it, because you don't know. You have no idea how those things work in there. When you go into a trainer's room, you don't say anything in there, because that trainer's going to go right to the head coach. Same with the equipment guy. Same with the head of security. They're all the rats for the owner and GM. They hear the whispers in the corner. They hear the comments being made. Hey, listen, I heard this in the log. That's what they do. Shit, man. You Culverhouse used to have people follow us. He used to have people follow people on their off days on Tuesdays. Come on, man. Oh, yeah, we're going to peel that onion back, pull the curtain back, and make you understand it a little bit. By the way, was there anything wrong with what was leaked out to Jay Glazer? No, because they're 12-2 and they won 10 straight games. I mean, is there anything to it? No. Nothing. But it's interesting to hear that they wanted to define Jalen and make sure he was okay with what his role was going to be at that bye, because that's what it became. He was a mailman. And you're all like, well, how come the passing game? I heard those guys in the morning talking with Mike Gill. Well, how come the passing game? Well, because that's not what they were going to do. They ran into one team that could stop the run. Do we all agree? The only team that has really stopped Barkley has been the Steelers. Right? The only people that stopped Saquon were the Steelers. So Kellen went up tempo. Hurts was on fire. And they had a really good day. A really good day. Okay? No one's debating this. And by the way, is it a good thing why week 15 would Jay Glazer come out with that? What would be the reasoning for that? You know what it would be? Because Hurts is coming off a really good game. They want the perception out there they could have done this the whole time throwing the ball. And that's what all of you have now bid on. I heard the guys this morning say it, and I heard everyone else in Philly and around the league now say it. Well, they could have been doing this the whole time. That's not true. But they want you to believe that. Okay? Or AJ, get this, it buries AJ more with the fact that that story now completely goes away with AJ being pissed. And I solely believe this, and I disagree with my friend Marcus Hayes. I think AJ wants to win his way. I think he wants to win ball games his way, and I think Barkley wants to win ball games his way. Hurts wants to win ball games his way. There's nothing wrong with that. When you got competitive egos in the locker room, there is nothing wrong with that mentality. I want people to want the ball. I want people to want to be the star of the game. Let me tell you something, man. There is nothing there is no price tag that you could put on a football team that's ultra competitive from within. When you're ultra competitive from within, by the way, there's no fucking narrative. Winning is the only narrative. And when you got guys wanting to win their way, guys wanting to win another player's, there's nothing wrong with that. Dude, are you under the impression that when you have a wide receiver or you have somebody on your football team, try watching that 30 for 30 with the New York Sack Exchange. The only time that two players had 20 sacks apiece on the same defensive line, Coco wanted to get sacks. Gastineau wanted one right after. Hey, if you're A.J. Brown watching Barkley get a touchdown or a big game, I want to have a big game. I want to have a touchdown. I'm competitive. You get to the National Football League because you are a competitive dude. Okay? Meanwhile, the fans just want them to win. Great. Right? I'm not even sure what you're fucking talking about. What are you talking about? What take have I had? What's the take? That they defined what they were going to do early on? And that's what's happened? Dude, there's no reach. They ran the ball for 9 weeks. They threw the ball because the Steelers stopped them in the Steeler game. Jalen even said it. They had an amazing bye week, the most productive bye week since he's been here. I'm echoing what they said, and they're winning. What the fuck is the reach? This isn't a reach. This is what's happened. The fuck are you talking about? What narrative are you? I don't even know what you're talking or hinting at what I'm saying. I don't think it's a bad thing. I'm not sure what you're talking about, none of you. I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea. I don't think anything's bad here. Okay? Hey, I'll tell you what, Andrew, and I appreciate the $2 in the super chat. I'll fucking get to the content when I feel like it. Okay? So wait a minute. M. Reyes doesn't like the way I sound? Bro, I don't get mad here. It's sports talk. I get mad when I can't pay a bill. My rent. I miss a meal. Get mad over a sports take? Wow. How fucking stupid. I mean, now, if there's no prosciutto in the refrigerator, that's when I get mad. If there's no prosciutto in the refrigerator, but having a take with the prosciutto and the calamari are not there, then I'm mad. There's no scungio. Then I'm grumpy. If there's no prosciutto, I'm a prosciutto guy. Okay? Get this. Look at this. Look at Prince. We get it, bro. You like food. Well, what the fuck, guy? I'm Italian. What do you think? There's two things Italians like. Chicks and food. Thank you. Good night. I mean, hey, I know yours may be a little different, but chicks and food. How you doing? Bro, seafood and Italian, and then Chinese. I like to go down that parallel, and then I'll even throw a little Mexican and then Cuban. How you doing? Okay? Do me a favor, right? All right. Okay, so dude, Jay Glazer's story is not a lie. There's nothing wrong with what went on, though. If going and knocking on Jalen's door and knocking on the door and saying, hey, look, we're going to run the ball here. We're going to ride Barkley's back all the way through to New Orleans. Who cares if you're 12-2? I mean, Jay Glazer's lying. Lying about what? So wait a minute. That guy makes a living on lying. So wait a minute. BG spoke out of turn last week, according to Hurts. Now this is a lie. Woof, boy, I'll tell you. This guy, Brandon Graham, can't tell the truth to save his life. Which is it? So Brandon Graham now is like this. He's got to call someone else a liar. He was called a liar last week by Hurts. I'll tell you what, this guy's doing quite a bit of work here, man, for being on injured reserve. So one week he gets called out by his quarterback. The next week he's calling out Jay Glazer and calling him a liar. Boy, I'll tell you, what a week. Holy shit, this guy's deflecting every single problem the Eagles have on himself. I mean, holy shit. Damn, Brandon, what a leader. And that's the NFL Man of the Year, Walter Payton Man of the Year candidate for the Philadelphia Eagles. Calling Glazer a liar, who's got a vote on that award, by the way. And he's turning around getting reprimanded by his quarterback for saying he spoke out of turn. Whew. What a week for Brandon Graham. Jay Glazer's a liar, and he got called one last week. Man, that's quite a week. And by the way, Jay didn't say anything that was out of school. There was nothing wrong. The Eagles wanted this out. They wanted this out. Well, we could do this anytime. We could have thrown the ball anytime we felt like it. That's the narrative they want you to think. It's actually pretty smart propaganda because now the Commanders are going to go like this. Really? You think they could have been doing this all year? Got to prepare for it. It's pretty smart. Even Nick Sirianni said it today at the press conference. We teach our guys how to deal and talk to the media every day. He says they spend time with Bob Lang. He said it today. He said it today. Oh, by the way, I don't know Brandon Graham. I've never spoken to Brandon Graham. And today he officially blocked me. Because when I posted Jay Glazer, Jay texts me. He goes, Brandon Graham, I'm going to leave it there. Brandon Graham blocked me. I've never spoken to him. I don't know him from a can of paint. I don't know him from a can of paint. I've never spoken to him. I know a few people. I asked Clint Hurt, what's up? I don't know the guy. He says he gets too much heat about what you say. I was like, okay. Thanks, Clint. Clint asked him, why you block him? Really? LeBron James blocked me. I don't know him either. He didn't like my China take on what him telling the United States of American population and people in America that there's racism in America. And then he turns around and has slaves make his shoes in China and sells them at $375 a pair to inner city kids. And he's talking to me about racism in America when his shoes are being made in China by slaves. He didn't like that. I wouldn't either. And by the way, I know him only through World Wide Wes. Hey, by the way, go check my Twitter page. They block. I don't know those folks at all. Go check my Twitter. Dan Sileo show. They blocked me. I don't never in a million years have spoken to the guy. But he didn't like my take and hasn't liked my comments being made about him the last couple of weeks. So he blocked me. I was like really shocked. Yeah. And he's yeah, twist. A little bit, probably so. Bob Lang probably made him. Wouldn't doubt it. Bob Lang probably made him block me. It's all right. Not that I don't care. I mean, I see what I've always said to people. I don't get players on my show for a reason because I may have to be critical of you. John McMullen's got the hardest job on our network. John's got to go see these people. I don't. So my opinions are going to be a little harder. Not saying that he's not going to have the same opinion, but I can be a little bit more to the point, okay, in my delivery than he can. He's got to kind of like navigate through that. It's tough waters. That's tough waters. And I'm not, John is as critical as I am, just in a different way. And John does his job. Very few people do. Okay? Like Marcus Hayes said yesterday, you know how much shit that I'm told by certain people? You know, Jeff Stoutland is a Miami Hurricane. Do you know that Clint Hurts a Miami Hurricane? Those and Hurricanes are as thick as brothers in blood. Okay, I know all these people. I can't say everything I know because I would lose my connections and friendships. That's why I was like, wow, Brandon Graham. Blocking big sills. Okay. All right. Hey, you're 12-2. You got to have a little drama. Guys, do me a favor. Please hit that like button. Give me a like total. By the way, supers go to the top. Thank you guys very much. Here's Big C. By the way, C. People hate the truth, Big Sills. Big C. People would rather be lied to because it's easier to tell a lie to somebody because it makes lies make you feel better than truth. The truth doesn't make you feel better all the time. It takes a special person to be able to swallow the truth, good and bad, because the truth is never a one-way street. Lies are one-way streets. Always remember that. See, lies are one-way streets. There are things that make you feel better. That people that can't handle criticism. Okay? Truth is tough to take because it's good and bad. Every day it's good and bad. Here's the truth. You got to do better. Here's the other truth. You got to make more money. Here's the other truth. Hey, you've done a lot of things in your career. I'm talking about me that have hurt you. You've done a lot of great. You know, my problem is with me. I've done so many great things and I've done so many stupid things in my career. Football wise, too. I have sabotaged myself more than any other person in broadcasting. But I've also done more than almost everybody in broadcasting. It took me, Jander, what, 7 months to figure this shit out, how to execute it. It's better than radio. But that's not, I'm not patting myself on the back. Okay? I mean, I'm not. So when you tell the truth, that's why people don't like it. But I think when the one thing that does do to people, that's why people gravitate to our program. Because we don't lie. I have no reason to lie to you. I have no reason to lie to you. None. I have no reason to make shit up. Just for what? Just for views and clicks? That's not entertaining. Okay, look at this guy. I've been wrong all year that your quarterback was never going to pick the Kellen Moore offense up. I was dead on that. And just like everyone else, nobody on the planet thought the defense would be where it's at. Okay, so I'm in the room with 98% of the people in the NFL about the defense being where it is. Correct. Barkley's impact, no question about it. I'm shocked. I was dead on about Bryce Huff. Kobe's gotten better, and he's had 2 years of miserable football, and he has shown us that he's somebody who can play. Okay, yes. I also think still, and I will not say anything outside of that your football coach, in my opinion, I don't know, he's very interchangeable. Are you under the impression you couldn't get another coach in there to do the same shit Nick's doing? That's so ridiculous. You know how we know that? The Eagles have fired these guys. They've fired Super Bowl coaches. They fired a Super Bowl winning coach, and they fired a Hall of Fame coach, and Andy Reid. They could get another guy in there to do the same shit. The head coaching position for the Philadelphia Eagles is not an elite position. They don't believe it is. Nick's perfect for how they want to do business. If somebody lies on me and I call them out on it, I would expect people to give the respect I deserve instead of making an opinion when they wasn't there. I'm saying, Sills, get the facts straight. What facts? I listened to Jay Glazer. Jay Glazer, in my opinion, no, dude, we have learned too much. Big Marshall, that's an absolutely asinine take by you. And I'll tell you why it's an asinine take. So you're under the impression, and you haven't seen people go into that building, say something on a Sunday, and walk it back the last 4 years under that regime. I'll give you one example with the head fucking coach. On a Tuesday, he's telling me we have everybody in the building to move forward and be a great coaching staff. On Friday, they fired Sean Desai. You're absolutely an asshole for saying that, and you're not right. Hey, how many times have you heard the players have to clarify something they said on a Sunday because the Eagles didn't like the messaging that was sent? My God almighty, you'll believe anything. And if Brandon Graham says it's not true, I'm sorry. I go with Jay Glazer. I know Jay Glazer. I don't know Brandon Graham. I know the kind of work Jay does and the kind of work he puts into his job. I know that man for 20 years. I know who he is. So do I believe Brandon Graham on a walkback versus Jay Glazer? Absolutely not. You can believe Brandon all you want. I don't. That's why he blocked me. I don't know him from a can of fucking paint. What about the 9 wins? Absolutely true. Congratulations. Hey, by the way, this is not about 9 wins. This is about a Super Bowl. Okay? Spell asinine. PRINCEWSWAYZE. There's asinine. There's asinine. How you doing? Whoa! Get them Super Bowl tickets, princess. That's how you spell asshole. Whoa! Hey, yes, sir. That's my boy, though, man. We're in the same room there. That's how you spell asinine, Prince. Look at this guy, man. I fucking love this guy. Dude, I swear to you, I don't know. You and me are either going to do an arm wrestling match or we're going to get drunk. I don't know, man. Hey, Prince, I love this guy, man. He's such an asshole to me. And I love it. Hey, man, I love people who, hey, Prince, there's one thing that you have that I love. You know what that is? Someone who fights back. I love people who fight back. I do, man. I can't stand people who do this. Yeah, okay. Yeah. We got new analytics for the Washington Commanders versus the Eagles this weekend. Something that your soon-to-be general manager, Julian Laurie, is notorious. We got the Eagle analytics. Okay? We got the Eagle analytics for this game. Don't ask me how I got them. Okay? We now know the method and how they work it out. Thank you, Frank. Yeah. My name is Sills. I said the Cowboys and Bills would be in the Super Bowl last year. I also said Commanders would win the division. I love the backtrack. I haven't backtracked on fucking nothing. I own that, you asshole. Backtrack on what? I didn't backtrack on that. Backtracking is lying that you said it. I don't backtrack on shit, dude. I own everything I say. You don't go to bars with dudes. You leave with them. Okay, Twizzwa. You would never catch me in a bar like you and your butt buddies sitting around going, hey, who's on my fantasy team this week? What should I do, Josh Jacobs, or should I do Barkley? What do you think, Bobby? Oh, I don't know. Let's ask Whit. Hey, Whit, what do you think, man? Who do you think I should put on there? Josh Jacobs, or do you think I should put Barkley? Hey, Henry, what do you think? I don't know. What did Whit say? Whit said that, I don't know, you know? Hey, yeah, I don't know, man. Hey, Kenny, go with Kenny or go with Whit. Dude hangs out with a dude named Whit. Holy shit. So with your logic, I can just say, I seen you rob a bank yesterday. You say you didn't, and I'm lying, but because someone knows me, they believe. Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, no, that's right, Big Marshall. That's exactly fucking it. Okay, I'll tell you what. If I have a guy that's sitting with me that I've known for 25 years, and I know who he is and how he is, with my logic, I'm going to trust the person who I know versus the guy who I don't know who blocked me because the organization lies on a weekly basis. Yeah, I'm going to believe my friend. Just like I believed Michael Irvin didn't sexually assault that woman at that Marriott. Yeah, I believed him because I know him for 25 years, and it turned out to be 1,000% correct. Yes. Yes. I backed my friend, and I was right because I know the man, and I know what he's going through with his wife right now. Yeah. Okay? Michael, by the way, Michael got paid. See this asshole down here? The same guy that thinks that Matt Araiza was guilty. Michael got paid. He got paid big money for that. Woo, wow, yeah, boy. Bought himself a restaurant in Dallas that Mark Holmes, who's going to be on with Philly 500 in the 4 o'clock hour, he bought a restaurant with it. Woo! Yeah, I know. I know, Flex. Cokehead, 3 rings. How many rings you got? Just checking. How many rings? So Sills is saying only people he knows are truth tellers, and he don't know is automatically liars. No. What I'm saying is that I know that man, and on this situation, I know he's telling the truth because the Eagles lie every week. Get this. So wait a minute. Let's do what that guy just said. Are you under the impression the Eagles tell you the truth every week? How many people think the Eagles tell the fans and people the truth every week at their press conferences? I want to see how many people believe that. How many people believe them? Hey, how many people believe the things that come out of the NovaCare Center? I want to get a take on it. Okay? I want to see how many people. believe them. $50-50. So you believe Michael Irvin when he said Hurts was elite? Not everything. But when it comes to raping a woman, I do. It's okay. Is that all right? So I'll disagree with Michael. I'll disagree with Michael on Hurts being elite, but on him raping a woman at a Marriott, I'm going to believe Michael because I know the character issue. Yeah. So this guy wants one sandbox for everything. Yeah, and I know who you voted for now. Some things you just can't argue about. Honestly, don't take anything so seriously. Just whether we win or lose in the injury report, that's a freaking great take because that is really the truth. Honestly, it's winning. And hey, dude, do you really believe the injury report? I mean, I'd be careful on the injury report also. Okay? Right? Yeah, you know what? Here, I gotta say this. You know, man, I picked the Commanders to win the East. Shit. They're coming up a little bit short, but they're going to the playoffs for the first time in 27 years. Damn. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Kate, listen to this. Okay, I mean, damn. Hey, James. Commanders haven't been good in about 25 years, man. Big Sills comes up a little short. Shit. They're going to make the playoffs. How you doing? How you doing? All right. Hit that like button. By the way, do me a favor. All supers go to the top. Give me a like total here. I appreciate you guys, man. Hey, James, get this. Yeah, Big Sills may come up short in winning the East this year. But one thing we did do, James, we did tell everybody they were going to go to the playoffs, did we not? And everyone laughed at us. Did we not say that, James? That the Commanders were going to go to the playoffs? Didn't get the division title like I thought, but I did think that they would get to the playoffs. What are you doing? Anthony, what do you want to talk about? Ask me anything. So you're going to eat crow at the linebacker group? Yeah, because here's nuclear. Yeah, that's because everybody thought when they signed Zach Bond, who was brought in to be an edge rusher, and even Vic Fangio says, I don't know if he can play inside, but we're going to try him. And then Nakobe, who sucked out loud 2 years, you saw it on the writing on the wall that they were going to be great. Sure. Okay. Wait a minute, according to Nuclear, I was supposed to see the same thing that has happened now that the Saints didn't see. Okay, kid. Yeah. They're paid to draft players and develop. They didn't see it. Oh, but you did. Hey, it's okay, kid. Go back to your basement. Because I love you giving you crap. It's all Jameson. You get it. Jameson, you get it. I love you too, man. I swear to you. Guys, I thought this is how people on the East Coast and Philly talk. We give each other a bunch of shit. Don't be so tightly strung. Holy cow. Holy man. I know, hey, listen, I know I can bring the toughness out of people and some shitty comments out of people. Okay? But come on. Seals, we can get another like Nick. That's how Howie wanted it. Remember? He still wants to prove that that's right. Samuel, who's more important right now to Jeffrey Lurie? Howie Roseman or Nick Sirianni? Ask yourself ask yourself this question. Who's more important to Jeffrey Lurie, Nick Sirianni or Howie Roseman? It's a simple answer. Okay? The elf. Howie. Okay? Ask yourself. Okay? Absolutely. Ruiz, we are family. Family guys. Hey, Ruiz, have you ever sat at your dinner table? Because I'll tell you flat out, I can't tell you how many times my aunt left crying over her brothers getting ripped on my grandfather and me sitting there going, wow. Hey, man, I'll tell you what, you want to have a holiday ruined? You come to the Sileos. I'll show you Easter, Christmas, birthdays. Holy shit, man. My aunt's had more tears on holidays, sitting around shit talking. I can't believe sometimes she gets so bent out of shape because she should be used to this by now. I mean, my God almighty. Do you know how many times I looked at my Uncle Mike, my dad, and my Uncle Richard? Everyone's in tears. My grandmother and my grandfather giving everybody shit. Okay? Everybody shit. And they're leaving in tears on Easter. And be like this. And I would look at my grandfather and go, wow. And I think I picked it up from him. I'd be looking over at my granddad going like, man, Jesus, man, you just don't stop. I'm going to give you your shit all day, every day. You see my mentions on your X account. I see them, Marshall, you SOB. Hey, guys, Prince, let me tell you this. Prince, I'll tell you one last time, then we're going to go on to the Washington Commanders. We got a little bit. I learned something on how the Eagles get their analytics today. I asked a friend who worked in that organization for 3 years, on how they get their analytics and where they get them from. Wait till you see how they get their information to build their game plan. I'm gonna tell you how they build their game plan. Okay, and I got it this morning, and they told me. So I'll kind of give it to you here a little bit here. There's my boy Prince. Love him, man. Yes, sir, we did. Hey, remember to die, Sills. Did I cry? James, good for you, man. Okay? Hey, man, remember this. Just remember, okay? All right? We're all family here. Hit the like button. By the way, hit the subscribe button, too. Give me a total. Where are we up, okay? And where we are right now on that like button. Appreciate you guys. No guests today? Anthony, we always have guests on this program. By the way, my boy Xander at 3:30, and we got the Battle Royale at 4:40 will happen today. All right. So here we go here. Let me see. Okay. By the way, Jaden Daniels. Hey, James. Thank you, guys. Please hit that like button, man. Good stuff. First hour, 124. Let's get it up. I think we could say that on TV. All right. Hey, James. Hard to believe that Jaden Daniels has had a better season than Jalen Hurts this year. Kudos to him. It's his birthday today. Okay? It's his birthday today. Did you know that? Happy holidays, you assholes. Love the chat. Oh, my God. Prince is so good, man. He gets it totally. I love listeners and viewers like that fuck right there. Bid do I ever, man. Because you're not taking anything too serious. Do you know how many people that leave our program at the end and go, I hate this guy? And I'm like, why? Seminole Sill's job isn't to protect anyone but himself. He reports the way he sees it and knows the truth behind the scenes. Eagle Sirianni and the players are the ones that create the drama. James, yes, they give me the intel. They give me the content. Where would I get the content from? You don't make this shit up. You comment on what they do and say on a daily basis. Correct. James, you got it. I don't make this shit up. They make this stuff up. The Eagles are, get this, I got to tell you, man. I didn't realize how much drama goes on in Philly. I thought you were a boring team. I did. I thought you were a boring team. No way. Holy shit. Arizona Cardinals have to be boring. Like, teams I would not want to cover. The Cardinals, the fucking Jets are awesome. I would love to cover them more. I mean, the Jets, dude, it doesn't matter if they're good or bad. They suck all around anyway. I mean, the Giants have been excellent this year with content. And I heard that Mike Gill say, they did the right thing by getting rid of Saquon Barkley. So you think getting rid of an MVP candidate was the right thing? Well, yeah, they had to rebuild. How much better would they be? I don't know, but I'm not getting rid of the best back in football. That's not happening. I mean, don't you think a new quarterback would want to have the best back in the game if you knew what you were doing? I mean, how dumb is that comment? Your idea is to acquire good players, not let them go. That's like saying the Saints. You don't think the Saints are killing themselves right now with the poor linebacker play that they have this year, not identifying that Zach Bond is that guy? Are you under the impression Mickey Loomis is looking and watching Zach Bond play on a daily basis and go, hey, fuck it. You know what? We let him go, but we're rebuilding on defense now. And you don't think he'd want that guy? Or how about the ability to be able to develop Micaiah Beckham and move him to a guard position instead of putting him out in space at left tackle? He's more set up to be a guard. Why? You don't have to move as much. And you take advantage of his athleticism. It'd help if you hired a good old line coach. You think these organizations would just want to get rid of guys like that? Really? Well, we wouldn't have been any better. Well, the only way you get better is acquiring good players. Ask Howie. Dude, I mean, so you think Mickey Loomis, the general manager of the Saints, wouldn't want to have that redo with Zach Bond after he knows what this guy looks like now? Really? Okay. Was just stuck as anyway, so why not just let him go? You wouldn't want Zach Bond on your team. What NFL team would not want Zach Bond on their team right now? I can't think of one. Hey, let me before I get into the okay, real quick question here. I've just been given a ballot for the NFL Coach of the Year. We are thrilled, Maxwell. We are thrilled to have you as a voter for the NFL Coach of the Year. I'm not voting on that until the end of the year. I'm not voting on that until the end of the season. Right now, in my opinion, it's the guy in Minnesota. Okay? Seals, would you ever vote for Sirianni over the guy in Minnesota? No. If Sirianni had taken the football team to a 12-2 team with Kenny Pickett, or even say there were 5 or 6 games, it'd be a different conversation. But, dude, you're doing what you're expected to do. Aren't you with that talent? Didn't you guys expect the football team? Many of you are just telling me you were wrong, Sills. Didn't you? Many of you were expecting this. That guy took a backup quarterback, and he's got the same record as you, with a chance to have home field advantage. Okay? Right? Yeah, I'm not voting on that right now. It's too early. It says voting starts right now. So, for the Maxwell, Southampton, PA, Maxwell Football Club. Now, I'll tell you what. Maybe we'll put that vote out there. Maybe we'll put that vote out there. Okay? Maybe I should be. You know, someone could say this to me. Sills, you don't really cover Minnesota. You know, you cover the NFL, but you cover more of the Eagles, and you're more a Philly guy with, shouldn't you support? There's a part of me that just, an epiphany hit me here. Sills, if you took a shit on Paul Dombrowski, or whatever his name is, Domowitz, what the fuck that guy's name is, that goofball that doesn't like me. I don't know. Let me. Okay. What we thought was the weakness turned into a strength. The linebackers, I'm assuming you're saying, Prince. That's what I'm saying. We need to realize what is happening this season. It's a great take too, man. It is. Okay. I might do that. Okay. This is more true than ever. The true best coach on that team is 2 of them. It's between Stoutland. Hey, by the way, let's do this. Let me ask you something, and this will determine the vote for Nick Sirianni. Would you get rid of Jeff Stoutland for Nick, or would you get rid of Vic Fangio for Nick? Who would you take over those 2 coaches? Would you rather? Would you rather have Stoutland or Nick Sirianni? And let's do the other one. Would you rather have Vic Fangio or Nick Sirianni? Okay, I mean, okay, I'm just right. Now, the case would be this: Mike Tomlin. There's not a coach in that coaching staff that I would take over Mike Tomlin. Not one. There's not one coach. Like, would you take Steve Spagnuolo over Andy? No. And Spags is great. The 2 greatest soap operas, Philadelphia Eagles, Dallas Cowboys, Lamb, Brown, Crybabies, Hurt and Dak, talking third persons. Mike and Nick are on knee pads. Pretty similar, but the only difference is one team wins and the other team shits the bed. That's a given. That's a given. Hey, real quick here, I put this poll up on my Twitter page. Yeah, here's the press release. Yeah, I got to have the vote in by the end of the year for the NFL Coach of the Year. Yeah, I'm not ready to do that yet. So I'm not going to. I'm going to determine whether or not I'm going to put it in the hands of JAKIB Nation here yet, but I wrote this here, guys. Holy shit, what's this now? Get this. So now, cross-dressing, hey, cross-broad dressing is now saying Jay Glazer's lying. Yeah, this is great. Oh my God, more drama. Brandon Graham is calling the number one reporter in the NFL a fucking liar. Hey, I'm going to tweet that out, man. Holy cow, the Eagles BG is calling the number one. Here, I'm going to tweet it out. I'm going to start even more shit here. You ready for this one, guys? Let's start some more shit, and then I'm going to tweet out to my boy here that now the Eagles, here we go. The Eagles BG. Oh, let's do it. Brandon Graham is calling the number one NFL insider a liar. Let's put liar in parentheses. Let's get something going here, man. And then I'm going to put Jay on this. The NFL on Fox's Jay Glazer. Bob's going to have to put this one out, believe me, because Jay's going to go through the roof here. I'll put Jacob. And I'll put, there you go. Let's get this thing going here. Holy cow, this is great. Fly, Eagles. Fly. The Eagles' Brandon Graham is calling the number one NFL insider a liar. The NFL on Fox is Jay Glazer. Jay Glazer on his reported house meeting with Big Dom and Graham. And no, Big Dom and Jalen Hurts. There you go. Boom. Mr. Popular, call Jay right now. Holy cow. Hey, did we miss any, man? So let's just see how this goes here. Shots fired. We just fired him. Here's what I just wrote, man. So Brandon Graham is calling. Yeah, Brandon, here it is. The Eagles' Brandon Graham is calling the number one NFL insider a liar. The NFL on Fox's Jay Glazer on his reported house meeting with Big Dom and Jalen Hurts. A little house meeting. Man, you know, got to get things going here, right? Hey, what do you mean I don't have it? Hey, wait, I got his. He's been on the program. He's been on the program. What are you talking about? We've had Jay Glazer on a couple times. Okay, BG's trolling the media guys. Not trolling me, man. I love it. Holy cow. He's calling him a liar. Oh, this is fabulous. Holy shit, man. Is this going to... Because this will be a storyline on Sunday now. Okay, troublemaker. Just Still's worse than an old lady. Still's got disconnected numbers. Well, wait a minute. Hey, Pizwa, how could we have a disconnected number when he was on about 7 months ago? How you doing? Yeah. Hey, how could it be a disconnected number when he's been on? Okay. Hey, no. Hey, by the way, I want to know Jay Glazer. Oh, wait. I want to know Jay Glazer's lying. Hey, I'm gonna write. I gotta write that down. I want to know Jay Glazer's lying or BG's lying. Okay, I want to know who's lying. I want to know, and I'm gonna put Jimmy on this. Who's LYIN? Who's lying? Jay Glazer or the guy who blocked me for no reason I'd never met? Oh, there we go. Oh, how you doing? So let's move on until we get some. Yeah. Hey, wait a minute, Ruiz. No. I didn't make this story up. You're making it sound like I made this up. I only, you got to remember something. I'm an observationist. Okay? I'm an observationist. I observe things that people do and comment on them. I don't make this up. This wasn't my story. Okay? Sills, are you an Eagle fan? Interesting. I'm a fan of the drama around the team. The team itself, no. I'm not a fan of any team, really. When I was a kid, I was probably a Giant fan. And I kind of keep an eye on the Bucks a little bit because I played there. But, I mean, I like football. I love fan bases. I like your fan base, Leo, and I love the Buffalo Bills fan base. I like the Steeler fan base, 49ers. I like that fan base too. Okay? But, I mean, yeah, no. I mean, I wouldn't say that. By the way, Leo, wouldn't I be lying to you if I all of a sudden walked into your market and pretended to be a fan? You'd never believe me. Why would I lie to you? Just so that I could make you feel like and draw you in and tell you lies? Anybody who comes from, and he's not from Philly, anybody who gets a job and he's not from Philly and tells you he's an Eagle fan, he's a fucking liar. Not an Eagle fan. They're just trying to appease you and pander to you. I don't pander to anybody. Okay? Look at it. Wait a minute. What did I just see here? Forrest Sills was in his element. Oh, what's that mean? You mean gaslighting? Are you under the impression I like to gaslight shit, man? Oh, I should. Oh, yeah. You know what I should do too? I should tag Bob Lang. He's got a Twitter. Fuck that guy. All right. Let's get to the Washington Redskins here. Yes, and you heard me right. I hate that commander name. James, don't you? I hate that commander name. So here's the analytics. That the Eagles, now I didn't get all of them. Okay? I didn't get all of them because it's too much. But I got an insight on how they get their information. Okay? And how they put it together to give to the coaches. The coaches make a game plan. Hey, Deshae, that's not what I heard exactly. I heard they opened up a practice window for him. Now, he may be back Sunday. I don't know. I don't know if he's back Sunday. But that's a good sign for them if they're getting him back for Sunday. But what kind of condition will he be in for Sunday when he's missed the entire year? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know what kind of shape he'll be in. So here's the new intel on the game this weekend. So the Commanders are going to go into this game with, get this. Here's what I'm being told that the Eagles look at. The Eagles are said that They like a lot of play action on first and second downs when you're in 5 yards. When you're in second and third, they like a lot of play action, and lately they've been going more under center when it's third and less than 5. That's some of the analytics that they're going to put the game plan. So what does that mean for Nick now? On the other hand, does Nick bring pressure? Does he play more man? Does he press more on the receivers? By the way, Terry McLaurin, they did a great job against him. If I'm not mistaken, I think Quinyon Mitchell had a great game against Terry McLaurin. I don't remember Terry McLaurin catching a football until the fourth quarter. I mean, I don't. I thought they did a spectacular job on him in the fourth quarter. So, I mean, he was a non-factor. They're going to try to get him, in my opinion, more open than what they did in that game, because I think that was a real problem for them on being able to move the sticks when they couldn't get they could not get the football to him. Okay? They couldn't get anything going. And he is an essential part. If that football team was going to win games this year, and he has been. Okay? I mean, he's had a pretty damn good season here. I mean, right now, when you look at McLaurin this year, I mean, he's on pace for probably around 90 receptions and about 1,200 yards. He's got 11 touchdowns right now. So he's had a good season with a rookie quarterback. But Mitchell did a great job on him. So Washington is going to want to get him the football. So what does Vic do? Does Vic feel more comfortable in this game pressing because of the way Mitchell's played? Remember, they play less than 2% press coverage. Do you want to start doing things out of school? Here's something else here. I can't believe this. There is no question the Eagles believe that the Commanders are going to try to get the ball running and run the football. Now, the problem that you have here is that the Eagles are 7th in rush defense, which is exceptional. Dude, if you're in the top 7, 5 in rush defense, you can make the argument that's not really much of a difference. Every week's going to be different with guys. If you're in the top 5 in rushing against and rush defense, dude, you're a top unit. Rankings when you're in that category and in that tier, top 5, then top 10, 15, 20, 25, down to the 32. If you're in that top tier, it really doesn't matter what your ranking is. You're a top unit against the run. And here's the analytics that you have for the Eagle defense. I mean, you're number 1 in total. Here's the ones that matter the most. You're number 1 in total. You're number 2 in pass, or you're number 1 in pass. Okay. You're number 7 in rush. And you're number 1 in scoring. Dude, you're number 1 right now in scoring defense. Giving up 17-6 a game. If you're Washington, you've got to get play action going. And if your analytics are looking at what the Eagles do compared to what Washington's offense does, here are the analytics. I mean, they're okay. They're in the middle of the room passing. They're like 16th, okay? But you're first. So how do you equate those numbers? You're going to have to come up with ways. In my opinion, if you're a pass offense like Washington, you've got to get McLaurin going, and you've got to win first and second down. How do you win first and second down? They are 3rd in rushing. So be looking more for some of the analytics. On first down, they love to run in between the A-gaps. So this is going to come down to Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter again having a good game inside, along with N'Kobe and Zach Bond. Be on the lookout for a lot of inside runs. You know, I would say this. Trying to run wide against the Eagles, this kid, Zach Bond, I mean, he is outstanding in space. I'm not trying to get on the edges here. Now, if I'm going to go to the edges, I'm going to have design runs to the 5-hole. That's what I'm going to try to do here. So, I mean, the end of the day here, Okay, I mean, they've got to win. For Washington to do anything in this game, they got to win first and second down. And I think the Eagles looking at their analytics right now, the way that they're going to line up against Washington is going to have to win first and second down for them to have any shot at all. And by the way, like I said, on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the rest of the season, you guys can just know this. I'm not picking against them because they built the equity up in their defense, and I'll see what they do in their passing game this weekend. But I heard something too. Like I said, I heard people going like this, can anybody in the NFL beat the Eagles? Don't talk like you're a dynasty. You're not. You're not a dynasty. Dynasty is in Kansas City. You're a really good football team. Now, if you want to be the king of second place, sure. But don't talk like you're Kansas City. You talk like you're Kansas City. Kansas City's going for a three-peat and fourth title in 6 years. That's a dynasty. Okay? That's finishing the deal. Okay? That's reality. You know what reality is? Buying your ticket December 18th or winning it on JAKIB. How you doing? Yes, sir, baby. Holy shit. Let me see if we've gaslighted anything over here on. Let's see if we've gaslighted anything over here. Oh, no. I'm sure I'm going to get a text here any minute from Jay Glazer. Brandon Graham calling the number one guy in the NFL a liar. This is fabulous. More drama. Yeah. More drama, baby. More drama. Week 2 drama for a 12-2 team that was won 10 in a row. Hey, Brandon Graham, before I bring Xander on, Brandon Graham's had a hell of a week. He gets talked down by his quarterback. Brandon spoke out of turn. Then Brandon turns around now and calls Jay Glazer a liar. Number one reporter in the NFL. He's a liar. I didn't say that we went over and had tea and crumpets with Jalen and Big Dom, the Suge Knight of the Eagles. All that being said, thank you very much. Thank you for the content. God dang, you can't get any better than this. Battle Royale at 440 with Philly 500 and our friend Mark Holmes. I don't know what the hell he's going to talk about. I don't know where the Cowboys are. But anyway, all that being said, please hit the subscribe button and the like button for this next guest. This man here, he will tell you, man, there's nobody that can beat the Philadelphia Eagles and that this team is a dynasty. It is a dynasty. The host of Birds 365, our dear friend, Betsy Xander Krause.
What's up, Big Sills?
How you doing, my good friend? I never thought it would be so awesome covering the Philadelphia Eagles. There's never a week where there's just nothing to talk about.
What's gotten into you? What has got? Is this 10-game winning streak breaking you before our very eyes?
Breaking me? Absolutely not. This.
I need a restock. I met my boy Jason A-Team today, by the way. I met my boy and gave him his Grinch hoodie. I need to get more of these made because, look, this is Big Sills with the Grinch with the eagle on the ball. He's stealing the Eagles' Christmas right now, and this guy is in rare form when it comes to this football team. I think the 10-win streak is breaking them, everybody.
You know what? I would say this to you. I think the 10-game win streak, breaking me. All you got to do is just shut your fucking holes, all the Eagle guys and all the stories around it. I'm little old Sills. This ain't my story. I'm not the one calling Jay Glazer a liar. I'm not the one who had the wide receiver in.
Dude, who gives a fuck? They're 10-0 since the meeting.
Wait. Well, wait a minute here, son. This is what this is not maybe what you do, but this is what I do. And I will tell you this. So wait a minute. Suge Knight, Big Dom goes over to Jalen Hurts' house. Hey, Jalen, you got a minute? Yeah, BG's here with me. So here's what we're gonna do. By the way, I don't think it's anything that's
And they're
not
10-0. They're 10-0 since then.
Okay. Nobody's shitting on it. If anyone thinks
You just spent an hour crying like a little girl.
no, I said it. Hey, it resulted. The quarterback. We're gonna run the ball, and you're gonna hand it off, mailman. And there's only one team that stopped the run. That was Pittsburgh. And then the little Jalenites.
He's not a mailman anymore. No, he's not a mailman. No, you're not a mailman.
No. You're not taking off your route.
You're not a mailman.
You're not taking off a route.
When you go against a Mike Tomlin,
you are not taking off.
Saquon to 60 yards.